Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Happy Friday, everybody. I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yes, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. We did lose this trend line. Well, this trend line that we drew in yesterday wasn't necessarily going to be the most efficacious. We only drew it up to the points at where we were at yesterday. But also, we did drop below this support area, so this back below here. But at the moment, yet again, we are trying to push back above it. So obviously, it is Friday today, so it will depend on how stock markets want to digest the situation and where they want to go before the closes, before the weekend. So I guess if we do have a positive day, we will get back nicely above this resistance, and then we could actually have some decent bullish price action over the weekend. Or obviously, if we're gonna sell off and some risk is going to be taken off and we lose this support area today, and then we close below here for the week, then yeah, I mean, we will probably see Bitcoin trade lower, and then like I said, we've got this lower level of support that we would hope to get supported at for us to still look fine within this uptrend. So yeah, all eyes on that. As you can see, not a lot of vol at the moment, just above here. The market is undecided as to whether it can maintain above here and push on, or whether we are going to drop below. So we will probably see a decision made today, with it being Friday. It is nice to see that 105 handle again, albeit just on the DXY. So yeah, did trade above this trend line, back below it now, and obviously we are looking to try and take out this low, come back down towards the 103s, and have a nice continuation in the rally in risk assets. The 10-year also back into this support, having a bit of a obviously they move to the downside, move to the upside, and back then where we kind of started this price action at this support. Markets like to stack the bodies up to both sides, to the short side and the long side, regardless of where they're going. And yeah, this is pretty much a bit of an example of one. Basically FOMO the shorts in and slam them all the way up, FOMO the longs in them and slam them all the way back down. So just typical market price action there. Gold with an 1800 handle again here. So quite the move from obviously what is a 1600 handle. I know that's obviously very high 1600s and with very low 1800s, but nonetheless a 1600 to an 1800 handle, significant. So yeah, if you hold above here, this is obviously, here is the important level of resistance. Oops, didn't mean to move that one, meant to move this one. This is the important level of resistance. This 1840 to about 1880 level. That is where it needs to get back above, gets back above there. And then yeah, I mean, we haven't spent a lot of time. That's a bit of a wonky line, isn't it? We haven't spent a lot of time. Too much time above here, obviously just this price action here, the few wicks here and this here, but a lot of the time we have been below here. So yeah, getting above there would be significant. This kind of large sideways range would put us in the top half of, and then obviously we'll be targeting higher, and then a potential to break this range to the upside. But yeah, we shall have to see. Very early days, and we know how gold likes to struggle. And yeah, this is significant resistance anyway that we're not even at, so wouldn't get too excited with Shiftcoin at the moment. ETH, Satoshi pairing, back up there testing this resistance. We'll just flip back to the 4-hour. Yeah, back up here testing this resistance. We get above here, then yeah, we could see it quite a nice move. This is quite the potential bull flag forming here. Building up a lot of hopefully we're building up a lot of momentum to then push us up. But yeah, ETH looking good there on this pairing, and then yeah, ETH on the USD pairing still quite well below this resistance area. So yeah, a lot of work to be done in ETH. Not a lot of work, but some work to still be done in ETH before we can really start to get excited. Yeah, but do I think we're gonna do it? Yeah, probably with the merge catalyst coming. That a lot of people don't believe is coming, but we shall obviously we know it is, but lots of people won't believe it until they see it. So I think that is definite upside potential. I mean, kind of what we've got going on in markets now is that obviously we knew before the Fed did any rate hikes at all, the market started pricing basically bonds lower, i.e. just pricing rates higher itself. The Fed just jawboned, the market did it, and then the Fed is then trying to try to catch up with the market. The market now has decided, regardless of what the Fed has or hasn't said or is or isn't doing, and on the basis it doesn't do much other than jawbone, and then just catch up with what the market allows it to do. The market has seems to have decided the Fed has pivoted, so maybe that is enough for markets to keep going, because they have decided, therefore they will adjust the bond market accordingly, and therefore the Fed will just have to basically do as it's told by the bond market, because ultimately that is pretty much what happens. That is obviously a factor against all the bears in this market, which is basically all the finance professional participants are all bears. But yeah, maybe markets are just more forward looking now than they used to be. Obviously we have, if we click over here to oil as well, we do have what looks to be an easing off obviously of the inputs to inflation. We are below this support area now. So yes, this does fully open up, moves down into this into a potential 60 handle, because we will have a lot of people that we can that are long in this market, that we can basically squeeze out. There's quite a bit of liquidity to the downside in this market that everyone has been shilling for a long time now. I mean, basically finance professionals, I mean, I say finance professionals, but a lot of these finance guys are basically very bullish on energy. They just keep on banging on about the supply going forwards. They're bullish, whatever, and then obviously they're bearish on stock markets. And obviously at the moment the opposite is happening. Let's see how it transpires. At the end of the day, the market is made up of all the market participants voting with their capital, so it doesn't particularly matter what people say. It's people that are voting with their feet that are driving the markets where they're going. So that is that. I mean, the main thing and the main takeaway, I think, is that, well, it's basically the DXY. We want it to keep coming down here, take out this level, come down towards 103, then potentially lower, and then the 10-year we want back below this support here. So it looks like we will be done with this rally in rates in the 10-year. So yeah, that is about it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.